What's up, Fishtank people? FishtankTV.com, Dustin's Fish Tanks, bringing it to you with an update. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. Today's video, we're gonna show you how we got the condom on the greenhouse. We're also gonna show you about how I'm overloaded with live bears, and we're gonna take a stroll over to the no maintenance tank and show you what's going on in that overcrowded box. Real quick update, the free food ball bug bites giveaway is still going on. First 100 people to make a 30-second video of why your fish deserves some food ball bug bites with the hashtag food ball bug bites in the title gets sent a free jar of food ball bug bites. No gimmicks, no BS, just make the video. People were concerned about putting their addresses in. Just link the video up and we'll give you an email address. You email your address and then we'll have them send you off the food. The funniest one gets a free FX4 from yours truly. So make a 30-second video, link it up in the comments, and check out how I got this massive Elodia and this giant jungle valve growing in my pond. To the greenhouse. I want to show you what's going on in the greenhouse real quick. So we're getting into that funky time of year where it's like nice during the day, but it gets cold at night, like really cold at night. So I got to keep temperatures stable. So I showed you guys the video last week of how I was putting the condom on the greenhouse. Well, we got the condom halfway on. So Joshy boy helped me out here. What we do is we clamp it on here. Anybody with the greenhouse, I know Rachel O'Leary, shout outs to her getting the greenhouse. Anybody with any kind of greenhouse or anything you just want to keep warm, like keep all the warm in, just keep it in. So this is in here, and I'm absolutely loving having it halfway on. We still get the daylight through it a little bit, but that's half of it on. They'll put the other half on. Notice how I got a gap right here so I can still open that vent if it gets too hot. So we're gonna put the other half on in a couple days, but I did want to show that. Everybody asked, how do I heat the greenhouse? Keep as much heat in as possible. Outside the greenhouse to inside the greenhouse. I wish you guys could feel the difference because it's like, you know, outside it's like that cold, brisk autumn, and in here it's just super duper like nice and warm. The temperature's at about, I don't know, a little over 60. So if you think about that, everybody asks like, how do I heat the greenhouse? I keep the heat in the greenhouse, but I heat the aquarium water that has evaporation up into the thing. You can see the ceiling, there's a little bit of condensation on it. That's how I do it. So I heat the water, then the water evaporates in there, keeps the air warm. So I don't actually heat the air. I had to do this shot showing you the sun shining through the condom. So I'm gonna add some plants to the no maintenance tank because I'm gonna be adding some fish, and we'll talk about that when I get there. But I wanted to show these plants. I just pulled them out. This is a Stella stellata. Pretty cool plant that I haven't actually kept in an aquarium, so I'm curious to see how this is going to do. These have been growing in full sun, and I'm going to take these fast grower. I wanted to show the root structure on these or whatever, how these kinds have really taken off for us out here in the greenhouse. Kind of unexpected, to be honest. And we got more of these platies out of the greenhouse right here. So I'm going to show you what not to do. I am going to continue to overstock the no maintenance tank, making it work on myself. But I do have a plan, and I'll show you how I'm going to correct the overstock. And I do want to show you what I got going on in the basement here. A lot of people are doing a lot of harvesting. I know my man Lucas Bretz just pulled a ridiculous amount of my favorite plants, some jungle vine out of his ponds. And I showed you last week, Josh was pulling these out. So I've got these live bears in here, and I'll actually throw some food in for you. Go figure, they're getting some bug bites. But these guys came out, and the problem is, and you guys have done this, is that like I'm overstocking the tank. Like I already have a little bit of an algae problem. It's my favorite tank because it's real small, but you can see I've got those guys back in there, and I'm gonna throw them some food. But now I've got too many fish for the amount of plant load and the amount of work that I'm doing on this tank. Luckily it's only 5 gallons, so it's no big deal. But as you see them housing the bug bites. But these are some really wicked fish. I'm curious if any of you live bear people know, like, why do I only have all females? Like, how come I have literally, it looks like 7 females? Do the males come on later? Like, I don't see any swords. They're all females. Is that a temperature thing? So if anybody's got any knowledge, that's my favorite one right there with the bright orange dorsal fin. I think she's gonna be a wicked fish right there, that black one with the white eyes on the top. So I'm excited about that. And I'll quickly show you Dustin's ark. There's the female OG Hamburg black that I love, and then the dad and one of the other moms is sick out in the greenhouse. She's doing better, but she's still swimming all crunk. And then here's my ark. I got my 2 neon tetras right there. I've got my 3 rainbows from Gary Don't Carry right there. I've got my 1 random checkerboard cichlid right there. I got the 2 blood fins that school with the 2 rainbows right there. I've got some Variatus in there. But I am slowly falling back in love with this tank. I neglected it for quite a while. But I am having a good time with it again, slowly getting the algae under control. You can see the fish that school together. I think it's hilarious that the blood fins from Peru school with the rainbow fish from Guinea or whatever. Got the roll in here, and here to baby house. They're having me in here while they're open, which is kind of fun. So I'm in here. I'm actually live on Instagram while this is being recorded, so y'all can check it out. But I want to show you guys what we got going on here. Water level's down a little bit. I haven't been in here yet this week. It's only Tuesday, so whatever. Got a snail I added. Got a ton of fish in here, and I am gonna add some more fish, but whatever. I like the look of a lot of fish in here. The problem is I'm getting these algae issues with it, so I'm gonna add some more plants. I'm gonna do a water change and get this thing cleaned up. I'm also gonna add some moss that I like the look of instead of that moss. So let's clean this sucker up. And if you're not already following me on Instagram at Dustin's Fish Tanks, this is going on live over there right now. There we go. Fish in here, and I am gonna add some more fish, but whatever. I like the look of a lot of fish in here. The problem is I'm getting these algae issues with it, so I'm gonna add some more plants. I'm gonna do a water change and get this thing cleaned up. I'm also gonna add some moss that I like the look of instead of that moss. So let's clean this sucker up. And if you're not already following me on Instagram at Dustin's Fish Tanks, this is going on live over there right now. Alright, so after years of having this tank, I finally left the bucket here and a tube here. So I've got this big bucket and this bucket right here. I fill into this bucket, dump it into here. It's not as good as a siphon, but it works. And take this sucker, and we're just gonna do a little, I don't know, no more than like 5-6 gallons, just enough to get a little something going. How fast can Dusty suck? Nailed it. You're gonna think this is totally silly, but literally, folks, this will save your fish's lives. Check out my top 10 fastest ways to kill your fish. Smell your water. Like literally, this water has the smell of like a bleach or a chlorine of like a pool. So I'm gonna double down on my dechlorinator in this tank because this water smells like bleach. Like my city is doing something to the water that could potentially harm my fish. Click the links around here, check out that video on top 10 fastest ways to kill your fish, and read those comments. They're pretty funny too. Thanks for the lines on those. One of those right there. Funniest 30-second video gets one of those from yours truly. Alright, I want to pick you up and show you a couple things we got going on here. Not a big deal, but it's a balancing act. Just like life, it's a balancing act. So we got to have a nice balanced tank. So I'm adding too many fish to this tank, but I don't care because I just did, I don't know, 10 gallons of water changes, so whatever, that's all right. Those fish will be added soon. I'm also adding more plants when I add more fish, which is a good thing, but here's the balancing part that's a little off. See this tiny bit of algae in here? Now it's getting better, but I want to show this. I run such a low photo period. I only have the lights on for like 2 or 3 hours. That's it. So that's for now while I battle this algae. And now No Net Dustin is going to continue his fish acclimating without nets. We're not going to add any of the water from this bag into this tank because why not? Got my bucket here, got my fish extra loaded full of water, so we're just kind of doing another somewhat small partial water change. Dump it in. Moment is adding. Notice there's only 3 of them in there. I got 2 in the bucket right here. And there's how the no maintenance tank is looking after a little bit of maintenance and about 5 more fish. Do me a favor, if you like this video, click the links around here, check out more videos on the no maintenance tank playlist. Click the links to my top 10 fastest way to kill your fish. Make sure you add your dechlorinator, folks. If you like what I'm doing, hit the like button or hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notifications button too, because I am going live more frequently on YouTube these days and live tomorrow. Don't forget your free flu ball bug bites. Make a 30-second video with the hashtag flu ball bug bites in the title and you are automatically registered to win $2,500 worth of flu ball stuff, and the first 100 people do it. I still got spots left. I do get free flu ball bug bites sent to them in the United States, and I've got you to Canada. Funniest one one's an FX4. Do me a favor, if you like what I'm doing, subscribe. Talk to you tomorrow live for a couple hours, and tech on everybody. Later.